If you're in the mood for authentic Italian food made with the freshest ingredients, then you'll have to head out here to Toscana's Ristorante in Peabody, and I'm here with Angelo Perini. And tell me a little bit about the history of the restaurant.
Well, this is a family-owned restaurant. My father, my brother, my two brothers, and my mother, we run this restaurant here. We took over about 5 years ago. We brought a lot of our ingredients from our family in Italy. My grandparents, uncles, aunts, everybody's in Italy. This restaurant here is a combination of everybody's heart and soul. Each dish has its own story, but everything, the one common denominator is everything's made fresh daily.
So why do people come here? Why do they love Toscana's?
I think they love Toscana's because there's something for everybody. There's the classic Italian dishes, chicken saltimbocca, marsala, even chicken parm. And there's also the higher end dishes like seafood tortelloni and the salmon acqua pazza, and even prime steak that we carry here, which a lot of Italian restaurants don't do.
So now in front of me, this is so beautiful. It smells so good. I can't wait to dig in. Tell me what this is.
That there is a Toscana risotto. It's an asparagus-based risotto with sauteed shrimp. And it has a lobster bisque sauce on top, which is a lobster reduction, and it's garnished with a Parmesan crust. The lobster bisque, we use lobster shells. We work with local fishermen, boatsmen that come in. We'll reduce down a reduction with the shells as the actual base of the sauce.
I love the combination of the, you can really taste the lobster sauce. It's so good, and the shrimp, those are nice big shrimp too. So now I want to talk about this salad. I love these little pearls on here. Tell me about those.
Those are balsamic pearls. It's quite a production that goes into it, but it's pretty much a balsamic reduction where there's a process of mixing the balsamic with oil to give little balsamic pearls, and they pop in your mouth when you eat them.
A little extra burst of flavor.
Exactly.
So now what else is in this salad?
That's fresh baby arugula, grilled veal, shaved Parmesan cheese, and cherry tomatoes. Very simple dish. It's lightly seasoned. When it's topped with the olive oil, always extra virgin olive oil, and balsamic reduction. It's a nice combination.
And you import a lot of ingredients from Italy.
Yeah, we do. The olive oil comes in fresh, the Parmesan cheese, the balsamic. I mean, we try to take as much in from Italy as we can.
Now in front of you, now that's kind of a healthy choice that you have. So tell me what that's.
This is a salmon acqua pazza, where it's a pan-seared salmon topped with the same lobster bisque reduction. And it's topped with julienne vegetables, topped with arugula and tomatoes. Everybody has an acqua pazza, and the common denominator is seafood and a light sauce. So that's where we came up with that name.
So now would you describe your menu as like all parts of Italy or certain part of Italy, or?
I would say it has a little bit from every region. We're from southern Italy. The name is Toscana, which is Tuscany in northern Italy. So it has a little flavor from everybody.
But it's heavy on the seafood.
Very heavy on seafood, yeah.
Which I love. Now, you also make all your pasta in-house. Or not all of it, but a lot of pasta in-house.
Yep.
So tell me about this dish. This is your favorite, right?
This is my favorite dish. It's the seafood tortelloni. The tortelloni we make here weekly. It's stuffed with haddock and shrimp. It's topped with calamari, shrimp scallops, lobster bisque reduction. It's just a very light, nice Italian dish.
It is very light, and the pasta is perfect. It's just cooked perfectly, and that is so good. Now, this is one of the pasta that you also make in-house here?
Yeah, this is the fusilli pasta. One of our that's probably our most famous pasta. Everybody gets it. Most dishes come with pasta, but everyone always substitutes for fusilli.
And what kind of sauce do you have in there?
This happens to be a garlic and wine sauce, like a garlic and oil, aglio olio. We make our red sauce, we make every day. You know, we make a batch every single day for that day and part of the next day. So we try to keep it as fresh as possible. It's more of the process that makes ours different than other places.
But it's all fresh ingredients that go
all
in there.
fresh, yeah.
Because I tried a little bit in the back, and it's so good. And people say no agita.
Yeah, no agita in this sauce, I guarantee it.
Now, you also make raviolis.
Yep.
Okay, so tell me about those raviolis.
This is a spinach and ricotta ravioli. This sauce here isn't our regular red sauce. This is a sauce that's made in the pan with fresh plum tomatoes and cherry tomatoes. And then the raviolis are stuffed with spinach, ricotta, a little bit of garlic.
They're very pretty.
Yeah.
Very pretty, and the color combination there is just
the Italian flag.
There you go. Now in front of you is a nice big steak.
Yep.
So
this is a 16-ounce ribeye, only prime steak. It's very juicy. It's tender. We like to pride ourselves in the steak that we use here. Our sirloin, our filet, our ribeye, all prime steak. Always fresh. We buy just a little bit at a time, so we're never carrying too much inventory. And it's, I like to think some of the best steak around.
What's the sauce that's underneath?
This here is a Merlot reduction, a port wine Merlot reduction.
So now you do a lot of catering here and functions?
Yeah, we do a lot of functions here. We have with this room here, we do a lot of rehearsal dinners, bridal showers, graduation parties, communions, you name it. Seats up to 120 people, but it can be split into two sides. You can do parties of 50, 20, pretty much any size.
So there's not too many restaurants in the area that have a function room like this?
Exactly. Because we're a restaurant too, we can get away with, we don't charge room fees, we charge a very reasonable price for the menus, and the food that you're getting at a party is made that day fresh, the same food that's on our menu here at the restaurant.
So if someone wants to come and use this as a function room, so would they give you a call? How would they arrange that?
They would call the restaurant. We actually have extensions in the restaurant. They would talk to Lisa, our function coordinator, and she would, we have a private coordinator that will go through every step of the process, but we try to make it very simple. If you pretty much, we check the availability on a date, roughly how many people. Once you book the date, we take a small deposit. Once they book the date, when you get closer to the actual event, we work in the menu together, and that's it. We prepare everything for you.
So you have a separate menu for the function?
We do.
Now you also make all your desserts in-house here?
We make a cannoli and tiramisu in-house.
Okay, so this tiramisu looks so good. I've already started eating it.
Yeah.
So what's so special about that? What's
special about that is a lot of places traditionally they use lady fingers. They use a different mascarpone sauce. We make ours much different. The cakes inside we make from scratch, and it's not made with sambuca, which a lot of places do. We actually use a light marsala sauce, but it's not a marsala like you would think when you have a chicken marsala. It's a very light alcohol flavor. You don't really taste it. And the cream, I can guarantee you it's the best cream.
It's very light. It's like heavenly. It's not too filling. It's like a perfect accompaniment to a meal.
Yep.
And this martini will go perfect with that too. So your bartender made me a martini. So what is this called?
It's the espresso martini.
I'm Adriana. I'm the bartender at Toscana's Ristorante. Today I'm going to be making an espresso martini for you. Start with some vanilla vodka, Kahlua, Bailey's, and a fresh shot of espresso. Topped off with some espresso beans. And that's how you make an espresso martini.
It's one of our more popular martinis here. We use only real espresso in it. We don't use the flavored vodkas or anything like that. It's made with actual espresso.
So now you're open for lunch and dinner here?
Yes, we are.
Okay, so do you take reservations for dinner?
We do. We take all size reservations.
Well, you'll have to head out here to Toscana's Ristorante in Peabody for some delicious food. Grazie.
Grazie, prego, ciao.